fixed, constant food kit, or it varies depending on time? Meaning the inputs of the food kit.
So the food kits from I mentioned there are about 32 partners in the food assistance working group. So there will be variances in the food kits, but generally how the partners provision them, it's to last for a week, 7 days, family of four.
So each partner would put what they have available to them in the food kit.
Indeed.
Is there an example we can get of what a food kit would include?
I could give items offhand.
Yeah.
So I don't want to, I don't have a list on me.
All right.
Let's put it that way.
So these food kits for 7 days, how many meals per day is it estimating? 1 meal per day, 2 meal per day, 3 meal per day?
Based on what I'm tracking, it's 2 meals per day for the 7 days.
So we are estimating that these packages are capable to do 4 persons
56
times 2 meal, 56 meals.
That would be the math.
I would submit that none of these packages can do 56 meals that we have seen. But okay, when is the targeted end date for shelter stay?
So the target as the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development is looking at it now is quite possibly the end of this year.
December 31st.
Yes, but I'd rather leave it to that ministry to give more detail on the exact plan.
Well, the
for
Ministry of
timelines.
Since most of these shelters are schools, the
Yes,
Ministry
so
of
the
Education could probably help with that.
No, well, the Ministry of Education can only speak to when they would hope, but they would have no
Well,
input on
I'm
the
assuming
target.
they're in communication with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Well, it's an important question, Chairman, because we'd have to understand what are the plans for the persons still in shelters.
Can anyone from Labor assist? No? I mean, from Education, sorry, assist? No, okay. All right,
And can anybody from the Office of the Prime Minister assist?
okay, they'll please ask them just to send that information,
They will send that information. All right.
which will be circulated, not for our next year meeting, send it this week so that it can be
What's it? Yeah,
circulated.
December 31st will come before.
Yeah,
our
that's
next
what I'm
meeting.
saying. We want it to be sent to us this week.
What's the targeted date to shift to vouchers?
Yeah, again, as I said before, Chair, from a policy directive, we're hoping to close this out by the end of the year, but I really would ask to
Right.
defer to my colleague.
So the
Piers.
PS had answered that already as January, but as that was his best understanding, but he had deferred.
All right. And approximately how many persons are still in need of food assistance?
That's a working number now. We're tracking just about 80,000 that would need constant replenishment. Those are numbers we're tracking. The numbers are going down on the daily basis as well. Access has opened up. Light is coming back to the spaces. Persons have access to cash.
Fruit with boneless sardines, perfect for snacking, on a cracker, on its own. Snacking made easy, snacking made healthy, snacking made tasty.
There's something special about our Jamaican people. Even through the toughest of time, you find a reason to smile. And here at Digicel, we take our inspiration from you. That's why we're partnering with every single Jamaican. We're gifting a smile to our brothers and sisters who need it most. So Christmas will look different this year. We're hitting the road, we're reconnecting with our customers, we're gifting a smile, and we're restoring hope. We are relentless, and we will never stop showing up for you.
Persons also have access to pipe water, so assistance level is dropping. The general rhetoric in all of the spaces now is that they do have enough food supply, but we are continuing to supply into the hard hit areas until we transition.
Um, so these are the persons most likely to benefit from the voucher system. These 80,000.
Well, the prescriptive to the needs assessments, I would hazard that they are coming together in the same vein based on what I've been able to see.
So these are the likely beneficiaries from the food vouchers. I presume there's a food voucher and a housing voucher that is different. Was that our understanding?
Yes, it's the
Yes.
MLSS is
So there'll
doing
be
the vouchers for the ongoing.
prospectively cash grants or and building grants will be a very separate thing in nature.
What's the projected value that you're putting per voucher? What is your estimated value per voucher?
I would again what I want to leave that work which is being done prescriptively now by the Ministry of Labor. They are working.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we, all of us, shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, never. And whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Welcome, welcome. What? Reboot or restart your machine. Anybody else not hearing me? Everybody hearing me? I will see one person in the chat room say that they don't have any sound. Or you need to touch that speaker with a cross on it on your screen and free up your sound. This is the Colin Bell Show for yet another Wednesday evening. Big Wednesday. Share up the live. Share up the live. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to ensure that everybody is hearing loud and clear. We pride ourselves on clear sound. Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody. Share up the live. Welcome, 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 welcome. What a evening. Oh boy, a lot of things happening. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are big, in terms of politics and the news. We had the House of Representatives sitting yesterday, and the PAAC sat today. We were listening to a little bit of it. Damian and Commander, the head of ADPEM, checking out some of what is going on. We're going to take you a little bit more in that. We have to look back at the parliament, though. This can't continue. This cannot continue. Can't. The Minister of Finance and our team didn't have to find a next job. I think they will have to find another job. Yeah? When we listened to the parliament yesterday, I was not proud. I was not even comfortable. Because going into our most rocky moment, going into uncharted waters, the roughest period I think we are going to be seeing. The roughest we have ever seen, because, believe it or not, it can get rougher. It can get rougher. And right now, we need a proper captain. We need a proper sailor. We need proper engineer. Captain! Rough seas ahead. Rough seas ahead. Iceberg. They are saying, let you rip. But they're not paying attention to what is happening. They're not paying attention. And therefore, we have to call on the captain. The sailor is asleep at the wheel. The sailor can't manage. The sailor, if we don't careful, nuts, if we don't careful, hold on there, the sailor going to slide out at the bridge. So, yeah. So right now, if you look at the finance minister as the sailor, she leg on the wheel. She can't deal with the waves. You have to put the bow in the wave and she don't know that she have the ship sideways going to turn over. It's going to roll. And I don't care about those of you who ready to criticize us when we give you the numbers and the raw data and say what you want to say. I don't care about you. Because I don't give him a come and tell him to come down, we pay him, we sort him out. Just give him a time. That poor team a come. Listen to me, people. We have to now call on Captain Andrew Holness. Captain, you need a finance minister. You need a team. Now, I would want to make a call out this evening to the GLP trolls. We're out there, I run up and down, I jump on every little thing, I bark off of every car we pass. More here one I bark off of that one you say. I hadn't spent much time going through social media today. So if anybody see any defense of the finance minister, I want to hear it. But the biggest, which lick are the biggest lick you think the finance minister get yesterday? Who can point to the biggest? Yeah, I think so. Omar Noel, the member of parliament for Central St. Mary. and just left her. We wish it with you, minister. Thank you. And the minister start. What? What? Hold on. No. Hold on there. I must see if I can find it. My God, my God. This not good none at all. So, I want to see. I want to find it yesterday. Yes. Yesterday. Parliament. Let's see if we can find back yesterday. Love is why you do the best you can for your family. Oh, find yesterday. And find Omar Noel. I have the audio, but like I have the screen here up. I'm going to try find the audio and the video. Because I have the screen here up. And let me see how skill where me I go on with this evening. Yeah. And they wasted so much time, you know.
Thank you, Minister. Before I go to
this was also a stick-up moment, you know. I'm trying to find.
Provide a response at a later date, but every effort should be made to respond. Member Crawford.
Hold on there. I want to find this young man here. No. Who is that? That was Dayton? No, so it's before Dayton. I think it's right here. think is right here. Aye.
There's about 450 million for JPS.
Come back a little bit.
And
Come back a
what
little
that
bit.
will do is allow for a loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us. So we get back the liquidity. Minister, would you agree that just based on the questions asked earlier and the answers that you have given, that that statement is premature and the loan is at now speculative at best?
What do you mean by speculative?
Meaning the loan is not there. It depends on JPS and the multilaterals working out an agreement for that loan
So
to become available.
we've given or undertaken to JPS.
No, Minister, I'm speaking specifically to, I quoted you from the Hansard, where you said that the 450 million, what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us. I'm asking if that was accurate, or if you would accept that that was a premature statement.
It was a statement that we believe will happen because
We wish along with you, Minister. Thanks.
What? I'm sorry. I never said we believe will happen.
I think right there so the minister mouth get boss.
So member, you have no idea.
No, that was the moment. That was the moment. The minister was stunned. Somebody said play it again. Somebody said play it again. Play it again. Hold on. Let's see if I've gone back too far. I never look at the time. Right.
There's about 450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for a loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us, so we get back the liquidity. Minister, would you agree that just based on the questions asked earlier and the answers that you have given, that that statement is premature and the loan is at now speculative at best?
What do you mean by speculative?
Meaning the loan is not there. It depends on JPS and the multilaterals working out an agreement for that loan to become available.
We've given or undertaken to JPS.
No, Minister, I'm speaking specifically to, I quoted you from the Hansard, where you said that the 450 million, what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us. I'm asking if
hold on, because
450 million.
Hold on. I'm in a position to play the clip right now. What the minister said in the parliament. Let me play what the minister said in the parliament.
The question about the loan to JPS, is the government prepared to lend the entire amount? I think that was your question. So the loan to JPS was 150 million US dollars, so that they could accelerate the pace at which Jamaicans get their lights back, which businesses get their light back. Madam Speaker, already I could say to you, you don't have to worry that the government is going to lend the entire amount, right? Already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there is about 450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us so we get back the liquidity. It didn't happen last Tuesday. It's happened after that.
Is allow for a loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us so we get back the liquidity. Minister, would you agree that just based on the questions asked earlier and the answers that you have given, that statement is premature and the loan is at now speculative at best?
Now I use Whisperflow. I just think out loud and it creates perfect formatted text on any Apple website.
Let me tell you something, people. When somebody out of them debt, them out of them debt.
Meaning the loan is not there. It depends on JPS and the multilaterals working out an agreement for that loan to become available.
We've given our undertaking to JPS.
No, Minister, I'm speaking specifically to, I quoted you from the Hansard, where you said the 450 million, what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us. I'm asking if that was accurate or if you would accept that that was a premature statement.
It's a statement that we believe will happen because
we wish along with you, Minister. Thanks.
What?
What? No, she feels small.
We believe will happen.
What a thing. What a ting-a-ling. What a thing. And then you have, anybody remember when Darrell Vaz spoke and was being questioned by members of the opposition? Xavier Meehan look like him not sure when they don't. Look like him wild. Like him I wonder, what am I doing here? And we have not spoken about Xavier Meehan yet, you know. Remember the Integrity Commission said Xavier Meehan is to be charged. And Xavier Meehan has filed a lawsuit. This man here, him, has filed a lawsuit against the Integrity Commission following in the footstep of his Prime Minister. Xavier Meehan, the Director of Corruption Prosecution, has given his indicative ruling that Xavier Meehan is to be charged. And then Xavier Meehan has taken the Integrity Commission to court, which is in his right. So, more things have come out. But him not serve no purpose there, so.
Of the government to be able to extend US $150 million to our electricity company. I can't think of another time, another government, certainly not on your side, that would have been able to do this.
Minister, if you would have answered the question them like how you get pampas right there, so. It wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad. It's foolish if you just talk. Because there was a time when the government owned JPS. And the money that the government is lending to JPS, it's not like we're earning money. We are lending JPS the money because we don't mess up the negotiation, we don't have to. We have to find it from anywhere at all. And not like we have it wagga wagga where I say come JPS. No look outside. You all have put JPS in a position that they can't look outside for no money. But me I beg someone who hold on the caller. Me I beg whoever can to call all of the labor right people who are out there. And the war against lies and false news That is the war we want to take on. Carla, good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, blessing, Colin.
You want love?
Yeah. Why the Prime Minister don't just take over the portfolio and done because he's good at that.
The Prime Minister can't take it over. You forgot that the Prime Minister should be under investigation for illicit enrichment.
But him not here, so he my best person to take it over because he always put everything in the office. So why not just put
this might end up in the true because this need help.
Yeah, because the thing is that it's clear she don't know what she's doing. It is very clear. So why do we trust this person to run the finance of the country? My question is, can she talk to someone like Vaz?
Then
can she say no to Vaz? Can she say no to the Prime Minister?
That is the problem what she have, It's not she doing the work.
She not do it. No, but the thing is, there are some questions as she as a finance minister, because I must say she's responsible, even though they have different ministers, she's responsible for all of those ministries in terms of for giving on monies, So my question is, if every time they ask her a question, she's saying, talk to Minister Vaz or this or that, and it related to money-wise, why she can't give an answer?
Because
it's clear.
That's one of the most absurd things that happened in the parliament yesterday. When they are saying that you must ask Vaz about the... Oh, you can't ask Vaz about the loan. The loan is not Vaz portfolio.
Yeah. And the Vaz are run doing the money. And you are the person we give to run to manage your money. So if you can give it just you're running a bank and you put somebody in charge to do certain things here, and it was the person said, why we charge somebody else. How many times somebody when it's you, I put my money towards to run it, basically. It's crazy.
Listen, me basically there here this evening, and me a challenge any labor right to come explain to me that yesterday sitting at the parliament was okay.
Why they don't give him Andrew Argive? What's her name, the ambassador?
None of them don't know nothing about finance, brother. Finance, you have to have training. You have to be trained in finance to understand finance.
So nobody over there?
Them but we did telling you that before the election, that they not no finance minister upon the team, That
so
is something we told the country before, that the team lacks talent. If you look on the team, it have no forward.
So my question is, why they never recruit somebody there? Because if
that's what they should have done. Andrew in the midfield. Andrew in the midfield. I hold the midfield. But then are no forward. The finance minister.
Nobody can back them
listen,
up.
The bench empty too. And I like they have no substitute on the bench.
No, it's like bad enough.
Because everybody need to look. All I labor right them around there, chat off them mouth. You don't need to go look for your finance minister. Hello?
No, but as I said, you're running an election. Them are saying something the guard, Nigel guard, and then put chief inside it. Why did never say if they do win the election? So we'll make does she run it until now, and then we'll bring in somebody now inside then we are gonna make that person run the ministry of it because clearly she's incompetent basically. The country in a trouble,
Let me tell you something. You see,
country in a serious trouble.
Boasted himself shall be abased. And this
because
boasting
clearly in my last line, clearly is that administration she can't talk to Vaz, and she works she can't talk to Andrew.
But you see that there was a plan.
Serious problem.
See there was a plan yesterday. The Vaz was in the parliament to be a diversion yesterday, But it looked like Dayton wet him up good. Whenever you're allowed with Dayton tell him, but it looked like Dayton wet him up good and come out. And there was an argument between him and Dayton Campbell, a long argument, Yeah, man, and Dayton Campbell tell him, say, one of us broke already. Run, we are running the next one, I'm going to mash up Isaac, broke one already. Yeah, man, that was said in such a way. In fact, if I Lego this clip here where I have set now, with Dayton Campbell ask a question and allow it to run through, you hear Dayton Campbell and Vaz catch up. And after that, now Vaz come out, and the minister look round for Vaz. When question take minister and look round for Vaz, Vaz gone. What the hell?
It's bad still. It's really bad.
All right, my brother.
And in my last, just to close it.
Yeah.
With all this money that we're getting now.
Yes.
If we have this incompetent finance minister, if the money don't spend right,
brother,
worse have in a problem.
Brother, you think.
Anyway,
you're thinking. You're a thinking man. I thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your call. 876-804-7072. Good evening.
Colin Trumpet.
Blessings, my brother. Welcome.
Listen to me now.
Turn off the instrument in the background for me there.
Yes. Listen to me now. You know, may I wait here, you and some others say? May I wait here when I said that smash telling you for a long time?
Yes, you did. Nuts.
When I tell you that Desmond McKenzie can't do a worse job than Favour Williams.
Well, there was a time a couple of weeks ago, Ralston said to us that Foggy Mullins was the worst finance minister Jamaica has ever had, followed by Favour. Right now, Ralston is putting Favour at the bottom of the pile.
Of course.
Favour said Foggy Mullins worse than Foggy Mullins.
Well, pronounce the lady word name properly, no? It's Failbad Williams.
Failbad. Failure. Failure Williams. Failbad with that. No. Failbad Failure Williams.
Me start to have a good understanding of politics.
Yes.
From 1972.
Yeah.
Come down the line. So, me see people like David Core, Eric Bell, name on and on, you know, to you small, you know.
Yes.
Even the same Foggy Mullins, PJ Patterson, and no finance minister, me see, you know.
Yes.
Enough of them.
Yes.
Edward Seaga and others. Well, let me tell you something. Now, I hate to beat a woman in this case because the woman and my mother.
Well,
congratulations.
Well, it's what Marsh, me a beat her with my tongue, so me no care.
Yeah. Man, yourself in Jamaica this.
me no business where nobody wants to say. Me a beat her with my tongue.
But you know, me agree with you.
Yes.
Me beat her with my tongue to not a stool. Not a stool.
Come out here.
Yes. No. Why me start to love woman so much, you know? It's my late wife. She turned me into a husband. She turned me into a father.
Yes.
So I love woman very, very well. But Lord Failbad Williams, me not tell you no lie. It was a disgrace yesterday in Parliament.
Marsh?
And we want to know when the Prime Minister is going to have a cabinet reshuffle.
Marsh.
Yes.
I sitting down here this evening. And they had a press conference today about the Prime Minister never did in our failure, Williams. I want the GLP bloggers and trolls, whatever them name, I don't know them. Go tell them to come over here. Come, I want to just sit back and listen what really took place yesterday.
But listen now. Did you notice in Parliament that the Labour right them in Parliament was laughing at Failbad?
No.
They were, you know, sister, man, well on, you watch Xavier Main good?
Xavier Main look like him did last. Maybe my worry about the Integrity Commission. I think that's what is on Xavier mind right now. Because the Integrity Commission now lose that case, you know.
All right. If you notice, when Mrs. Wellness sit beside Failbad, I'm sorry, not Mrs. Walden, not Mrs. Wellness. When Rhoda Crawford sit beside Failbad and Failbad was starting. You look at Failbad one at a time. They were embarrassed, you know? And they had to be embarrassed.
Failbad and Rhoda are good friends, you know.
Yeah, why? It's bad. It's bad.
Failure and Rhoda.
Yeah.
Failure and Rhoda are good friends.
Well, it's time for Rhoda to hit the road. But on a serious note, when the cabinet reshuffle will be, because she cannot go into the budget.
No, we're calling on the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Something needs to be done.
I was talking to a senator not too long ago and say, remove favor is one thing, but who you put?
That is the problem. Marshy, did you hear the apology given by Marlon Morgan to Conrad O'Brien and myself?
Well, I little bit now, man. Me touch him with it. Me have to ask him if him Marlon and a friend again. The man nasty up Marlon, bad, you know.
Me say, people, the video they on Portland Spice TV, you have to go watch it. Obi back up Marlon. Jab him, uppercut, knock him out. Hey.
Me hear them call Obi fireman. But me finally know why he was fired.
Yeah, man, fire was blazing, man. Raging.
Yes.
Raging. And when the man blaze the fire, it's like somebody did there say, more fire, more fire, more fire, more fire.
No, I would like to hear Marlon take. Hey, you can't call him. Call him, man. Call Marlon. Ask him on his take and what take place.
Hold on. He was in the parliament yesterday, you know. At one point, he was sitting behind the minister, you know.
Right,
yes.
He
was there sitting behind the minister.
No education, him going back now.
Yes, man. My wife.
Him has something there.
Parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Education.
But call him, because I would like to hear from him. Would like to hear his take.
No, I'm not.
One next half with where somebody tell him say no use to Parliament. To the Senate.
Oh, you mean Abka?
I want to
just get him name now. Akka Fitzenley.
yes. And I tell you something. If you go over the lower house, Mr. Lady there, Audrey Marks have little more use than him, you know, because Audrey Marks just have to listen to what Holness say and then clap.
Punk.
Yes, not the next. Because listen to this, and I keep up the whole of the time. I realize that enough of them only go to clap, they can't say nothing. You remember Daryl Bob was starting one at the time, and when them start to clap, Daryl said, don't clap yet.
Don't clap yet. So them have 2 points, you know, when them for clap. Yes.
Me can't left with the answer. You don't take it easy.
Marshy, bless up.
Good, yes.
Bless up. Hold on, I'm going to call Obi, but I want to go to Dayton Campbell first. I want to go to Dayton Campbell. You might go somewhere. All right, hold on. Annette? Marie, sorry, no, Marie. Hold on, Marie. Hold on. Don't move. Don't move, Marie.
Yeah.
Don't move a muscle.
I want to.
Don't move a muscle, Marie. Let me see. Something here. Don't move a muscle. Because this no look good. Stay away there, Marie.
Mm-hmm.
Member from Eastern Westmoreland.
When there?
Yeah. Minister, just to follow up.
Hold on there, Obi.
The fanfare that is going on.
Hold on. Marie, Obi, Marie on the line with you. I don't know which one have noise in your background. Go ahead, Marie.
Let me talk, Colin, because
yes, man,
you know,
you go ahead.
I'm kind of like a power, so let me talk.
Go ahead.
And so, you know, say, I don't know. Yesterday, this place was like incompetent. I don't know. You know, say, Colin, in the animal kingdom, you see, this is when the top one, them like maybe even the elephant, the lions, when them get tall and can't carry the herd or whatever, no more out of pride, them take time for themselves and leave room for a younger bull or somebody come in. This lady yesterday, I hope her relatives were listening yesterday, watching yesterday, and to save space, because that was so poorly executed yesterday. And it's diminishing her, Colin, and even take her out and say, mommy, or whatever they call her. I think it's time, because I know the money today they for. Because she know one of the poor one them will go in for scrape. And her pension is guaranteed. So I don't know why she's there. And then the thing about it is, Colin, I think she's an honest broker. but maybe she, the script what she get, because maybe she not them exempt her from the meetings. She don't know what is going on. So when it's time for execution, she never did it in a practice.
So
Me not
because
know.
that's what I said earlier, no, she had to do the work. Because you can't be doing that work and don't understand it. If you are doing the work, you're going to have the numbers, you're going to know what is happening because you are writing the papers, you are looking at the numbers and tallying it. You can't just leave it to the technocrats. In fact, you know something? Before I bring in Obi, I heard Kemai McEachran one morning say the minister is just a figurehead. And I was upset. I was upset about it that I called him and I actually schooled him about it. But when you look on it now, maybe I need to call him and apologize. Because maybe he wasn't talking about finance ministers overall, but he was talking about failure.
The administration.
The
Prime Minister.
He was talking about he was talking about failure, Williams.
Yes, exactly. And you know something, Colin? The Prime Minister is like is a micromanager. So it look like him and manage everything, and everything is like him at the umbrella. Him at the umbrella for everything. You know, see, imagine she's a finance minister. So no matter the technocrats that she has around her, at the end of the day, it's her signature that is gonna go on the thing. So she peruse it.
That is what I tell Kemoi. That is what I tell Kemoi.
You ask them because you are the one that going out the house and you gonna look incompetent. As for the two piece armrests where they did it, on the two thing, but not the education. Rhoda was only there to look pretty. But all of the time, fear head, the army them have some of them say eyes right. Don't it like when them are march. And them turn them right. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I had turned right or left. I don't know what direction most of the time. Couldn't even back up in the school students. Other we say no, minister. Then the Mr. Me and him were in there. If I have a nerve, I laugh. There was nothing to laugh about.
I'm bringing Obi a little bit. Conrad O'Brien, what do you think of the parliament yesterday?
How you doing, my friend? Hail to all your listeners and viewers. Marie, how you doing?
Did Marlon Morgan call you today?
No, he didn't. But Marie did.
Him not going to call you for a very long time.
I don't think so. And I tell you, Colin, the truth is that I can tell you this is a fact. Do you know that some of Marlon's colleagues are basically taking pot shot off Marlon and saying that Marlon basically really and truly need to do better? There are people who are not very happy with Marlon bombastic and arrogant style, Because one of the things, Colin, in everything, no matter how it seems, from time to time there are one or two among the grouping that have some scruples, and that is why sometimes some things come out, because even when people recognize that, listen, we are on the same side, but when it reaches to that crescendo, they really have to do or say something. And that's what you saw even emerge yesterday with a Warmington and even Mrs. Holness. They were indeed very, very, very embarrassed.
Yeah, man, they were embarrassed.
They were embarrassed. And Marie, you're an ardent listener of mine. And you know that not just today, but from ever since. Sometimes you guys beat me, because I'm always say, boy, what Conrad, why you always say you like Favor? And things like that. I always say Favor is my girl. I like her and all of that. But believe me, that likeness now still there. I like Favor as a human being and so on. And remember, Favor without a doubt, Colin, has a different demeanor, a different speaking style, soft and all of that. That's not what we're talking about, because we're talking about, along with her delivery yesterday, which was very, very poor, but she was at sea. She was at
information.
Sea. She just did not understand what was happening.
Information was not coming.
The information wasn't there, but the reason why the information wasn't there, Colin, is because a couple of things. Is either She's not retaining. She is not paying attention to her brief, or there's just basically another tier where the Ministry of Finance is really and truly at its lowest ever at this time, because even the CF, she seems a little bit
At
off
sea.
yesterday as well.
At sea as well, yes. And she was
Yeah.
at sea in the PAAC as well.
Absolutely no nothing.
Not
She don't
answering the
have any
relevant
answer,
questions.
all sorts of things. It's like twiddly dumb. You can't have a very poor,
Obi,
Obi, FS along with a poor minister.
Obi and Murray. Hold on, Murray. Hold on, Obi. Do you think the fact that the government has been trying to hide this whole thing around GPS, and even when you think about it, it's not just the GPS questions she couldn't answer, because when Damian Crawford back her up, that was another story. You understand? So, do you think that the fact that the government is trying to hide that they have already signed off on an extension with GPS, one of the reasons why them going around the corner, because anything that you say can be linked to what is happening? When Omar Newell asked her about the $450 million, she not answer that question, none at all.
Colin, listen, I'm going to say this. What I saw, I want to basically say to the People's National Party, the opposition, that you have to basically, the archives still there with the West Indies cricket team in its heyday. When the West Indies cricket team have a side down at 95 for 9, they're not going past 100 or 105. No tail end now come score, did it, and hold the crease and score 100 runs. What happened yesterday? The four-pronged pace attack failed to deliver the knockout punch yesterday, Colin. You see, when Omar asked that question, they had favor on the rope, because no way, and you played the tape, there's absolutely no way that what Minister Williams said last week can basically compute with what she said yesterday. They are as far as the east is from the west. Last week she told us that it was done and dusted. The 450 million were secured.
Hold on, Obi. Because there's something I want to play. Because you just said a while ago, last week she told us that it was done and dusted. Listen this question from Zara Burton.
Is that when I look at the number of
out there on the ground doing the assessment, persons are putting up information on the website as well.
The international community dollar loan. I know you mentioned yesterday that based on what they needed within the money that we are going to be getting from the international community, there is an allocation for JPS to also get part of that. I think the overall amount I need, correct me if I'm wrong, is maybe 300 million US, I think I heard it said.
450
so they're getting an extra maybe 150 million from this package. And I just wanted to know, since they couldn't get, or the argument was that they couldn't get loans on their own prior to coming into this situation because they didn't get the extension on their license, I wanted to know if now that they're getting this money from the international donors, if that loan was gotten based on a guarantee from the Jamaican government, which would then maybe add to our overall debt. I just wanted to get a clarification on that.
Okay, so remember, in the 6.7 billion that was announced, 2.4 billion of that was earmarked for private sector lending. Any amounts to JPS would be in that window out of the 2.4.
So we don't have to guarantee that debt at all?
No.
Okay.
So you hear that, Obi? Any loan to JPS. and you are right when you say the four-pronged pace attack later ago, because they should have stuck to that 450. Well, I don't know whether they gone back to 150. Omar, hold her now. Omar, hold her and bounce her, the helmet lick off her head, And
Yeah.
date and save
Because
all.
Daryl is too arrogant. Because the week before when him do the presentation, it's like, right now, it done deal already, and we'll meet with the financial secretary, cabinet.
Marie,
Yeah.
before you go to Darrell, because we know Darrell's style, bombastic and arrogance, and his vocabulary kind of have two words, bad mind. But you expect a more prudent approach from your finance minister. But Minister Williams, basically actually serve up that same meal that Darrell had served up. As a matter of fact, she went further because she said that, listen, we got the 450 and the government of Jamaica will get back its 150. No, yesterday it's a total different story. The country is at sea. We don't have the clarity, and Colin have been positing a view that, in his opinion, he believed that secretly the license has been extended for JPS, because if you are giving JPS this 150, even strip away the 450, if you're giving JPS the 150, right, what kind of guarantee would you have that JPS would be able to repay this money to the people of Jamaica? People of Jamaica, because they don't have
Obi, listen to what Favor told us in the parliament last week. Listen to what she told us.
The question about the loan to JPS, is the government prepared to lend the entire amount? I think that was your question. So the loan to JPS was 150 million US dollars, so that they could accelerate the pace at which Jamaicans get their lights back, which businesses get their light back. Madam Speaker, already I could say to you, you don't have to worry that the government is going to lend the entire amount, right? Already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there is about 450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us, so we get back the liquidity. It didn't happen last Tuesday. It's happened.
So that's what she told the parliament.
Yeah. You see, Colin, remember when this 150 first came up and when Mark Golding questioned it, when Darrell did get irate, and Mark said, but if you're only going to give 150, where is the shortfall? Because I'm saying I want 350, right? Where is the shortfall of the 200 is going to come from? Is it that some people is going to get, like, I'm not going to remember that. At what extent will part of the country or wherever get light, and who is going to be the sacrificial lamb? And Darrell, instead of answering, him get irate, oh, you bad mind? Oh, people forget, like, you remember that?
Yes.
When Mark said, where is the 200 coming from? Oh, no, you never hear that. And then in the next game say, in match never had a match, and it was 50 million more or 50.
But there's something I want to bring to the table. There's something I want to remind you all about. When the OUR came to the PAAC, and here you remember what the OUR said? They told us how much JPS want to bring back light.
Yes, they did.
The OUR said JPS need between 360 million to 390 million. Not 350.
Okay.
360 to 390. Yesterday, I must hold on. I must go back to the part with date, because I think it is in that exchange that Favor told us that JPS only need 150 million, We're going to listen it back, but Mary, go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, I'm gonna just finish and come. Yeah, and remember, the number that was being bandied about is the 150 because they were saying that with 2 years extension, nobody would want to give them a loan because maybe the time period. But if them get the 150 and them do, they would be able to go on the open market to source the balance where they want. That was the story where them did that selling.
No, Marie.
So,
No, that's not so. What Darrell Vaz had said, Darrell Vaz said there was about 3 options. The first one, JPS wanted 15 years and they would just go find the money and do what they need to do. The second one was that the multilaterals would lend the money, but JPS would have to get 8 to 10 years. And then the third one, them lend them the 150. And when Mark asked them about the fact that it's 350 that's needed, how JPS will get the other 200. The next morning him come back and say, him maths never right because JPS would be getting another $50 million from the OUR. That was also a lie because the OUR said in the PAAC that it is 45 million that they give JPS because they're keeping 5 million for what? It's not collaterals.
Like service the loan?
No, they keep
contingency.
It's not contingency they use. I wanted to quote them verbatim, but I'm not remembering the word. But they say that they're keeping back 5 million. So even when Vaz tell us, say a 50 million OUR get JPS from that insurance, that's a lie. OUR said in the PAC that it is 45 million.
I'm going to leave you gentlemen now, but you know what it's all boiled down to, Colin and Conrad? Like Granny just said, what a tangled web you weave when you try to deceive.
Right,
and you see, when you tell one lie, you have to remember which part you end the lie, to pick up, And this is what is happening. Is the whole thing is unraveling. And then poor Favor now, it look like she only privy to certain information, because them not open up everything to her. So she only know about the 150. She only know about nothing. So that's how she can talk.
Like she tell she know about the 450, as she can talk about the 450. As she tell you about the 450. I know nobody else. Anyway, Marie. Thank you, Marie.
But either way, they need to match up this thing with a finance minister because it not look good.
So hold on, Marie, before you go. So woman to woman, what you have to say to Favor?
I would say to her, you see, you see, women, you see, Colin, we come too far. We fight too much. We have women here who roar. She's not roar right now. I like me out thing I go on, like a little pussycat thing I go on. I shall make me look bad because women walk the odds of power. Women are wear power suit. I like a mousy thing I shall want now. Women are wear power suit and all of them things. Shall make me look mousy right now. That our clothes not even clothing. You understand me?
Later, Marie.
Man, get a new steam stress on something and get some clothes when you have it on. And you're going to parliament. You look like, say, you have to find our big office that's in Colin.
It is the second biggest office. It is the second. Hold on. But watch the embarrassment. Watch the next embarrassment. She's the finance minister. The prime minister left the country go. Dr. Chang sick. And look who then go around. Hey, this thing I want to give Babsy Grange, say something. It talk loud, There is no unity in the government right now,
Colin, unless you not trust we want to put because
there is no unity.
For me, a little picnic, see, to me, but I remember with politics, I never saw to me, it's always the finance minister that has always come in and act like a deputy prime minister. If me remember right, when I say you go around and bring nobody else. And the thing about it is that Mr. Prime Minister, the thing not look tidy. You have to put it because the IMF people, the multilaterals, them will look on bad to bad. The Dr. Clark, him did have him, even I like man, he did have him think together.
Yeah,
this lady, man. Dr. Clark did have him think
his
together.
His policies were wrong, but you couldn't say.
Our partisan we might be at the end of the day, it's about Jamaica first.
All right, Marie, thanks.
It's about Jamaica.
Thanks, Marie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Obi.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, Colin. You say, Colin, Marie, I want to just add a little bit of info there. We had persons who are not finance minister from different administrations, certainly from the PNP, who acted as prime minister. Because I remember Bobby Pickersgill acted as prime minister in the past. He was the finance minister. However, the natural go-to person as your number two man, invariably it could be looked at as your finance minister. Now, when you look at Minister Williams, it's just something just not happening with her. And as I said earlier, we understand her demeanor, how she speaks and all of that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the competence, being on top of the portfolio and understand what is happening. And, Colin, it goes further because it is not just Minister Williams showing up incompetence here,
No.
We're seeing that clearing coming from Minister Vaz as well.
Oh, God.
He seems to be also out of his depth as well. When you listen to a Philip Paulwell, who understand, hello?
Yeah, man, we're hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, and understand the lay of the land, understand the portfolio, Colin. And at this time, when we are in the position that we are in, I am sure that Philip, being the gentleman he is and the Jamaican, the patriotic Jamaican that he is, as a matter of fact, I don't even have to think. He said over and over that he is willing to help. He offered himself. The wider opposition have offered themselves. Mark Golden said, here I am, call on me. But what we're seeing this grandstanding and so on, and they believe that they have it. But and the bench, Colin, the bench that we're seeing in the opposition is very shallow. I'm sorry, not opposition. The government is very shallow.
They don't have no bench. There's
Now,
no bench, Obi. There's no bench.
So we talk about favor going. But as you're being asking, and Marcia asks as well, who do you replace her with? So therefore, Colin, I'm positing a position because Prime Minister Holness must be looking and say, oh my God, I can't afford to allow this shame to continue in the government, so I have to do something. So I'm looking at Colin. Let's look at some persons here. You have Desmond McKenzie, right?
Hold on. No, a little bit. As you call them.
Hold on. Allow me, Colin. Let me just develop one. You have Desmond McKenzie, who is on the upper side of 70. Babsy is about a year or two away from 80. You also have Horace Chang, who is on the upper side of 70, close to 80 as well. So those are three people that you would look at, that you would say, which one of them now Andrew is going to ask to remove themselves from the parliament and have a by-election? Because that is certainly the only option that I see. Basically, identify somebody who is in private sector or wherever.
That's not the hard part,
bring that or in academia and bring that person together. Similarly to when PJ Patterson went for Dr. Omar Davis, who was a senior lecturer at the University of the West Indies. So I am hazarding a guess, Colin, that we may see that. So I'm going to say no, that it don't seem as if Babsy is quite ready to go anywhere. It don't seem as if Desmond is quite ready to go anywhere either. Therefore, we understand that Dr. Chang was in the hospital recently, so he may be having some medical issue. So I am going to say to Mr. Bernard, Senator Bernard down there in Montego Bay, basically start get your groundwork underground, because that seat can be won. And I am hazarding a guess, Colin, that we could very well see somebody being drafted in to run that seat and basically, herald in to the cabinet as finance minister.
So that is the easy part, to find somebody to take out. Who you're going to find to put in?
That's the point I'm making now. So you will be doing so the search and the campaign probably on and in earnest to say that listen, we're going to go for someone in academia, we're going to go for someone where because one would basically look and say, but they get Keith Duncan, and as I said it, I don't think Keith is ready either. So I wouldn't be looking at him at all.
Raleigh said Keith can't manage that. Because
so I wouldn't be looking at Keith at all. So I don't know, but certainly that's my theory, and I would not at all be surprised.
At one stage, you see, Obi, at one
Mhm.
stage when they had the debate, and I saw Tufton in the financial debate, I was of the opinion that Tufton would be the Minister of Finance because at least Tufton can tell lie. And he's a smooth operator. Because one of the problem is, the cabinet for me lacks vision. And if the cabinet lacks vision and leadership, then no matter who the finance minister is, it now going to work. So you just need somebody who can talk them with your tight, like how Dr. Clark had bad policies, but when it comes to delivering himself, he could deliver. So him sound like him didn't know what he must say, even when he might tell lie, because if you go back to the 2020 debate, when he was asked what happened to 5 in 4, a pure garbage man talking, one truckload of dump, but him talk it nice and he was fluent. Take with some people with him,
Colin, one of the thing that we talk about, in basic economics is job owning. And the truth is that job owning has a great role to play in politics, especially when you're at that place as the finance minister, because you really have to be able to carry the country with you, and you also have to basically be able to sit in cabinet, and make your point and bat for certain things, bat for what you want, and bat for the government to come with you on particular policies. No, Dr. Clark, it is obvious that he was able to do that level of job owning. So he was able to get the government to buy into his, what you could describe as his mantra in overpaying down the debt, even though the infrastructure suffered at the end of the day. And as a result of that, we are now seeing the catastrophe out of Hurricane Melissa basically exacerbate to a greater level than it could have had we done the requisite investment in the infrastructure.
Obi, I'm not going to keep you, but I must talk to you about yesterday's interaction with Marlon Morgan. Listeners and viewers, if you'd never hear it, we've been playing it from Monday. Monday morning, I was a guest on Conrad O'Brien's show. Conrad Obi, the fireman, at YouTube. Wanna check it out. I was on News Start 93 as a guest, and I posited some views. Marlon Morgan came on and totally misrepresented what I said. Obi tried to correct him, but him never decided to take the correction. And when he was finished, we draw for the tapes. And we send the tape them to him. Well, him called Obi yesterday. And people, Obi drape up Marlon Morgan. And when me say Obi drape him up, collar and chose his waist, tip him up, and make Marlon Morgan apologize. Conrad, you were burning. You were burning yesterday morning.
Respect, Colin. We try our best. We do the work on behalf of the people, and indeed we are very humble. We not walk with any chip on our shoulder. And indeed, if we do something and it's basically applauded, then we're indeed happy about that, Colin. Because at the end of the day, we have a particular mantra that we speak truth to power, no matter who the guy is. And at the end of the day, we want Jamaica to be a better place. Of course, this, thing that was put out there, I think it came about under the most honorable Portia Simpson Miller Well, it was there before, but we basically add to it and carry it in a big way. Vision 2030, the place to live, raise family, and do business. And that's where we want to take Jamaica to, Colin. Yourself, I, Raleigh, Rottigan overseas.
Let me give them a little piece. Let me give them a little piece of what happened yesterday morning.
So you need to apologize. Which I said what I said yesterday. On the basis of which I thought
you came, and you were bombastic and all of that, Marlon. And I believe that you have to basically lift the bar. Please apologize and move on. So apologize and move on, Papa.
Cause inconvenience to you as the co-host or to Mr. Bell himself, I withdraw and apologize in relation to.
All right, so just withdraw and apologize. The full tape is out there. It is on Portland Spice, and we're going to send it to Obi so he can put it on Conrad the Fireman O'Brien channel as well.
Absolutely. It's in the entire program yesterday, but certainly, yes. Colin, I appreciate you do the breakout, so yes. We'll put that up by itself as well. But Colin, listen to me, man. You're doing a big job here. You're doing heavy lifting, Colin. And again, I want to just encourage the viewers, the listener, to basically support an initiative that you have launched, Colin, and it's called what, Colin?
Give them a light. Give them a light. Give them a light. Give them a solar light.
Give them a solar light. I love it. The late Barry D would say, Colin, I love it.
Conrad O'Brien, we chat here. Big up yourself. I go take some more calls.
Lord is good. Bless you.
One love, my brother. Conrad the Fireman O'Brien. 876-804-7072. Good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We're going to bring in Raleigh, We have to bring in Raleigh somewhere in the show here. Talk to me, caller.
Good night, Colin.
Blessings and welcome.
Blessings to you and everyone else on the chat and in the waiting to talk to you. Two things I have to say.
Yes.
First of all, JPS hasn't confirmed that they get a loan, did they?
No, we don't hear nothing from JPS. And I think they were supposed to be at the PAC today, and them never turn up.
All right. Second thing, in the whole thing here with Favor, it's obvious that Favor need to just take a seat, take step back from her post, because what they do, I've put her in, or what she has put herself in there, is a setup to fall.
Nah, man. Woman to woman, you have to big up Favor, man. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies.
But that's what I'm saying. I big her up in many ways, but right now, that's my big up to her. Please, just take a quiet bow and just step aside and let them go on with them thing, because they're setting her up. She's going to be left holding the bag. And that's me as a woman to woman who's staying to her. Do that. There's nothing wrong with her doing that, because to me, she's a chess piece on Andrew Owen's chessboard. And it's a maneuver.
I don't think so.
That's one of the strategy of chess playing too.
Carla,
or whatever.
I don't think so. She's the best of the lot. Them not have nobody else who even 30% understand economy. Nobody's on the team. She is the best of the lot.
Then she's not showing her best.
No, but she no good. You ever hear a song where say, I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough? Here we are back where we were before.
All right. So that's why, as a woman to woman, I'm saying to her, your best is not good enough for his chessboard.
Yes,
so it's best for her.
Hold on, that's the title of the song, Just Once. Somebody's reminding me of the title. Yeah, Just Once. James Ingram. Yeah, man. Continue, caller.
Exactly. So that's what I say, as you say, for a woman to woman, because yes, you're right. I felt it so much for her. And the thing is, other women in the JLP cabinet or in the government, they weren't supportive of her. Even the technocrats beside her, even Warmington said they cannot answer for her.
But
and
one of the
he's
things is,
part of her
Carla,
team.
one of the things is Ralston is of the opinion that the team is not ready either. It's not just she. You have a poor finance minister supported by a poor team. That is a recipe for disaster.
That's what I'm saying. So what would be the best thing now as a brother to a sister then? Since a woman to woman, as a brother Bell to a sister.
Don't stick me up. Don't stick me up. Sight. Leave me alone. Leave me out. Leave me alone. Sight around the sun.
Okay, let's ask
you ever hear
Uncle
about Dandy
Iman.
Shandy? Don't make me scrunch
Let's
here.
ask Uncle Iman then. Let Uncle Iman do the work then. Talk to her nicely and said to her, I have critiqued you in a very positive way and critical, and I'm asking you to just quietly step aside and let them all fall off a then cliff.
I have over 1,100 people on the live right now.
I let you go, Colin.
Hold on.
Just
All right,
those two things.
Thank you. I have over 1,100 people on the live now. I want everybody to just give me a share. Just share up the live one more time. Just send it to somebody else. Everybody send it to one person. I'm going to lift up the thing this evening. But here with me I say to no, as me get ready to go talk to Raleigh. But me going to play about this clip here with Omar and Noel. Then me want to play Dayton Campbell. Where nephew? Somebody call nephew. Hello, good evening.
Big up, Mr. Shaka.
Hello, my friend. What is happening?
Today I listen, you know.
Oh, it's a very good evening, my friend.
I ask you a question.
Oh, yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Why we should have continued paying favor on him, our failing team?
Boy, if you employ the lady, you have to pay her. Whether she's doing a good job or not, you have to pay the lady. You give her the job, you got to pay.
She fail education. And she have failed ladies them. I know she come up at finance and I fail it.
So
why should I continue PR?
Her new name is Failure Williams. Miss Failure Williams. Failure. Miss Failure Williams.
Yeah, Failure Williams.
Yes, that's her new name.
Why should we continue PR?
Somebody say, I know me Miss Junior. Because Junior would have give you lyrics for this, you know. Remember me tell you. Somebody call Junior to come up here for me, please. Tell Junior so we need a lyrics for Failure Williams right now.
Why you?
Eh?
Why you think the government should have listened to the opposition?
Well, no listen, no. No listen. I feel the country.
Them prefer keep the idea them.
Well,
them prefer keep the idea them, you know. Because, you know, I hear say, boy, I opposition around the country.
Well, right now, though, on a serious note, we need a finance team. We need a team at the Minister of Finance that can navigate these choppy waters that we are in right now.
So them not going to do that. Them not going to do that, no.
Somebody say her strong point may be finance, but corruption and lying isn't. Well, that is a point because I believe that the government is hiding so much and there are so many lies that they are telling because the whole of the thing now add up, you know. And me do one video already that says the government is giving JPS 8 to 10 years and put the thing them together. Me I go put some more with that now and show no the lies. Because the thing then now add up, no two person now get the same figure, you know.
You see it?
Yeah, man. They're terrible.
The Prime Minister declare war upon me now, because I'm a lie we are telling.
Well, we are taking on the Prime Minister, you know, see Marlon Morgan have to apologize already. Who is going to be next? A member of the Prime Minister's team found himself giving misinformation and telling lie pan God Pickney, telling lie pan Yankunku Pikini. I'm going to tell them, say them an analog politician living in a digital age. Boy, I'll shake him and must hide under him bed you know. We do go on yesterday. But them not no shame still, they not care.
I'm too sleepy.
Tala! He must hide under him bed you know.
I think him sick.
Me no know, brother. Yes, him oh, you mean that sleepy there? Yeah, man, him do a surgery, so him do some medical procedure, so we are pray for him speedy recovery, you know?
Okay.
All right, my brother. One love.
Big up yourself.
Yes, man.
101 million from the office of the Prime Minister. I don't know.
Thank you, Minister. In your presentation last week, you said already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there's about 450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for a loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us so we get back the liquidity. Minister, would you agree that just based on the questions asked earlier and the answers that you have given, that statement is premature and the loan is at now speculative at best?
What do you mean by speculative?
Meaning the loan is not there. It depends on JPS and the multilaterals working out an agreement for that loan to become available.
We've given our undertaking to JPS.
No, Minister, I'm speaking specifically to, I quoted you from the Hansard, where you said that the 450 million, what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us. I'm asking if that was accurate or if you would accept that that was a premature statement.
It was a statement that we believe will happen because
we wish along with you, Minister. Thanks.
What? I'm sorry. I never said we believe it happen.
No, this was the sweetest part. What the finance minister told fool, you know? Yeah. I know she can't done, you know.
You have no
Make a
idea.
mute this and take the call. We have a caller holding. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Blessings.
Yes, man.
Blessings. So my question is, when I listen to them, I heard they said that for them, payback rate is 5.7%, right?
Mm-hmm.
But them alone, the money to JPS are rate at 5.5. How are you going to make back money on the money if you're lending these money to these people?
No, but hold on. What they said that JPS about 5.5% them are lend them the money at. The money where them are get for borrow from the multilaterals is between 3 and 8%. But the truth is, caller, we don't know what percent JPS is going to get the multilateral money. So it's a whole heap of mix up. Because if you are lending 150 million and you're going to get back that now, because what Fieval said last week is that the multilaterals have agreed to lend JPS 450 million. So if, and then we'll get back full money so we can have with the liquidity same way.
Yeah, but that not make no sense. So that means we are borrow for ourselves and then we're gonna lend them back our money.
No, but hear this.
Come back and pay.
Hear this. The money that we are lending JPS, it will be at 5% per annum. Based on how Fieval sound, me think JPS are going to pay them back the money in less than a month. Because once JPS get the 450 from the multilaterals, JPS wouldn't need our 150. And it sounds like at this week, the 150 they sign off on. So me not understand all of the going around, and then they are making sure that certain questions are not asked. Because I'm going to stop, because they ain't going to ask her some question now. I'm going to hear more foolishness.
Yeah.
A pure rubbish.
To me, from the moment me hear when name Vaz speak on the matter, I said to myself, said, there is something behind this. Why him? There's no way he can just rush.
Listen.
Come tell we say just gonna lend them this money. I want to still not figure out what the percentage are gonna be.
Anything vast enough funny. Anything vast enough funny. The boss funny. This deal are funny. Rooms on the beach was funny. So it's a funny bunny.
Yeah, something right.
No, something
I think
right,
use
brother.
JPS as a scapegoat for do them nether teeth. That's basically what we make it. Yeah, because them can't do it no other way other than just to use somebody.
Tell her. Was say
Then
light after light, I don't know if you look pan. Boss after boss.
But then again, you will get light in and if you live, how that makes sense. You get light in and if you use the light with, how that makes sense.
Brother, this no normal here. This no normal. And me want the labor right, them no call them for me no. Share up the live, make them see it and come answer some question.
But if them listen to Parliament yesterday, you know, even at the Parliament, you know, I think it is Angela Brownberg or one of them sound it on the mic, say, oh, somebody I tell lie with this
Angela Brownberg was it, my friend. Angela Brownberg says somebody I tell lie.
I tell lie.
Yes, they lie.
That makes sense.
Prime Minister. Hold on the caller. Hold on the caller. Hold on.
And it is one thing that you will see about me. Me not afraid of nobody. All who want talk, make me one. Me will go with you toe to toe. Every nonsense you talk, I will respond to. And as you would have seen with the government, man come out with foolishness, we respond, not go so. Yeah. So make them, and as many memes as they can make, I can make it too. So it's going to be war.
Oh, yeah. Because, Mr. Prime Minister, we want answer to these questions.
All me can say, them not smart. Because they say if you have well-thinking Jamaicans in Jamaica, think through this thing.
Yes.
You don't need rocket science for no say these people steal his money.
Oh,
and clearly.
Rabba, shala, rabba. Rabba, tala, rabba.
You don't need rocket science.
Rabba.
Common sense alone do it.
Rabba.
Common sense alone do it.
Me say,
you don't need no rocket science.
From yesterday, me telling us, I smell the tailpipe of the bus them. This smell like the bus them. Here? This smell like the old bus them from US.
True.
Little more, my brother.
All right, respect.
Yeah, man. Calling all labor rights, calling the labor right troll them, calling the Prime Minister to come make we have a war against lies because some lies are being told in the Parliament, between the Parliament and the press briefings. Some lies are being told. Nobody knows the one named Tweena and some idiot and the other fool will come from Portland. We don't see them. Where them there? When neighbor there? Talk to me, caller.
Yes, my brother. Good evening.
Tell me, say you come to defend Faval at 1 p.m.
You know, let me start by saying that the only way I can defend her is tell herself. And if you know what I know,
light a candle, sing a song key and find your way back home.
There was a man, you know. It's alleged that he had committed a crime. And you know who they blame it on? A madman.
Tala, behave yourself. Come to the substantive point
you know
you call about.
A madman not able to stand, it's competent to stand a trial.
No, sir, can't stand a trial.
So you see what they're doing? Everything is around this Faval. He's showing that she's suffering from something. She's suffering from something. And I think, as I was saying to myself, I know Andrew had planned to bring in robot, but I didn't know it reached here already.
Where's the robot there?
You know, you're the top.
Where,
Inside the parliament, it's a rubber.
what you say? AI?
Yeah.
AI would have
That's
do a
what
better.
I'm saying.
AI would have do a better job than that, man.
No, I heard a man in the parliament, the ball out yesterday say, the people they want light.
Light
People
up.
want light.
Yes. So they use these things to
Remember
rob
man
us.
bringing some bus and him said what? The children they want bus.
Yes. They use these things to rob us. You hear what Bob Marley say?
All right.
You hear what Bob Marley say? True political strategy. They keep us hungry. And when you have to get some food, your brother, your sister got to be your enemy. So him use something will look right. Because the children indeed needed school buses. But it never means say you must take 1.4 billion and buy 100 old bus until we say that is the best deal. Never mean you have to do that. Yes, the people need light, but 150 million is not what GPS require.
All right.
So you can't give the man them less than half of what they require and say the job is going to be done. That is what we're talking about.
Yep. So all of what we see here, all of it, all summed up. Somebody they take up something.
Well, me put it out already, you know. Me put it out already. Said GPS get the extension. The extension of 8 to 10 years. GPS get it because if we... And then again, call them, maybe me need to keep my mouth. Because them people are so lie. They are so lie. If what they are saying is true, GPS get it. But then, see if you ever back up here, you ever see one dog buck up on one bad dog and he start back up on all a skinny foot and go back way. Hey!
Man, I'm telling you, this thing is smell worse than a dead rat already.
No, man, this stink like human carcass.
Yeah, man. Smell bad already. Bad. And we haven't seen nothing yet.
You better know.
Well, you can tell the people them gonna have to start to pay it back. Because
it will be
serious tax yet. No way we don't see that yet. You wait.
Oh, this will be war and frustration.
The thing they see more ticketing on the road yet. They don't see nothing yet.
Little more, my brother. Little more.
All right, my brother. Blessed.
Thanks for the call. This is the Colin Bell Show. Pure fire. We are the OB, the fireman. We're going to bring in Ralston in a little while. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yes, hi, Colin. Great, good show you're having.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, woman to Favor.
Oh,
Favor
yes.
is in the wrong profession.
Woman to woman.
Favor is a bright, yes. Favor is a bright, articulate woman. And this is the truth of the matter.
Yes.
Andrew Holness and members of his administration are so toxic that they are radioactive.
Jesus!
Somebody like Favor.
Say that again!
Yeah, they're all toxic. They're radioactive. Somebody like
hold
Favor.
on. Break. My subscribers and viewers are the best, you know, Rasta. No, the lady said they're so toxic, they are radioactive. Go in. Talk your talk.
Yes. So she failed at the Ministry of Education.
Oh, yes.
And she's failing at the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
She is not cut out for politics. Favor is a technocrat. Favor's skill set is required in financial analysis, with Bloomberg on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, in those areas, in even the IMF.
Yeah.
Favor would do well in the IMF, in the World Bank, to hammer out deals and to look at things from a more macro perspective. She has to
have the
grapple with the
creative
toxicity.
juice.
But here's the thing. She's in a situation, where she's playing a balancing act between her moral compass and the radioactivity of the Jamaica Labour Party, that administration that is a part of.
Yes.
So what does she do? So, and the truth is, she should really remove herself from that situation because
Light a
because of her
candle,
proximity to them,
sing
it
a
has tarnished her
Sankey and
reputation.
find your way back home.
Yeah.
Sister
That's funny.
Favor, find your way back home right now. Can't work, Favor. It can't work, it can't work, it can't work at
No,
all.
it can't. She's she's a brilliant woman, and we cannot take away from her academic accreditations and her brilliance. And as a
Yes,
woman,
yes,
we are happy to see Black women excel in fields of finance because it's a male-dominated field.
yes, yes.
However, she is misplaced.
Yeah.
She's in the wrong company altogether.
And with the corruption around her, yeah.
That is the problem,
Yeah.
Colin. That is the problem. She's not cut out for this kind of dog-art, corrupt,
Dog eat dog.
mental. She's not.
Hallelujah. Right.
She's a decent and honorable woman who wants to maintain her integrity. But they said, show me your company and tell you who you are.
Yes, yes.
And her proximity to them is kind of making her look like she has no sense, she has no competence. But it's not that she's not brilliant.
The little
she's
girl
just
from
in the
which part
wrong
the place name where
state.
she come from? What Dixie? Where the place name where she come from again? Somebody remind
I don't
me.
know.
The little girl from, oh God. All right, I soon remember. No wrong. Not somebody soon remind me.
Yeah, but yes, but she is really brilliant, and we have to celebrate her outside of the nonsense of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Ty Dixon, man. The little girl from Ty Dixon. Where our mother used to sell pudding. Yeah, Ty Dixon should come from. Right. Our mother used to sell pudding under the tree.
Where is Ty Dixon is Ty Dixon in Clarendon?
A Clarendon Ty Dixon there? I think so, somewhere
I don't know.
There. Yeah,
it sounds a little familiar. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds kind of familiar.
Yes.
But she has excelled in a male-dominated field.
St. Catherine.
But St. Catherine. Okay. Yes. But she's in the wrong space with the wrong people.
And then when you have a bully like Darrell, because when Darrell said to them, say, listen, we are getting GPS 150. The people that want light, we have to get them. Get them tomorrow morning.
But here is the thing. Colin.
Yes.
When opposition leader Golden got up and said what he said after Darrell made the statement, the only two words in Darrell's vocabulary, because it is so limited, is bad mind.
And
he's going to attack Mark Golding, right, for his financial background. You need a person with financial background to hammer out these legislation. It is critical to it.
Hold on. That is what the GLP administration is lacking. Somebody with a financial background, Darrell. You're right, Darrell. Mark was talking from a financial background.
Favour has a financial background. She should be more on the legislatives that not sitting in the parliament with them. Favour and Mark Golding.
Maybe Favour should have been the financial secretary.
Something like that, because she's more a technocrat.
Favour
is a technocrat,
You know what I pick up though? Favour not doing the work.
She's not doing the work because she's being bullied and hoodwinked and bamboozled.
If she was doing the work, she would have been more adept at it. She's not doing the work. So she's not in the ministry actively participating in the running of the ministry.
Colin, I'm going to take up a favor. If you have somebody like Andrew Holness as a leader who micromanages every ministry, let him make him do it. The same thing at the Ministry of Education. He is in every striking ministry. So the persons, whether or not they have the skill set, are not allowed to do their jobs without him blowing over their shoulder, breathing over their necks, breathing down their necks. Because here is the thing.
You see that statement where you make? I will keep silent and leave that statement like I leave alone. You know, when you bowl a good ball outside the half stump and you lift up your bat, that statement, I leave in that alone.
Yes, that's what they're doing, because look at it. He removed this technical person from Oddpen. He moved the expert from Oddpen, and he put in a lackey, a loyalty person, a yes man, who whose wheelhouse is in the JDF, not in ODPEM, not in emergency management and disaster preparedness.
Well, he would have had some training in those fields doing and in some training in logistics.
No, but here's the thing. No. But the expert was the person who he removed.
Oh, yes.
Let this current person who he took from the JDF work along with the expert. It would have been more effective. That is what I'm trying to say. This man's wheelhouse is in the JDF. He would have done a phenomenal job working with the expert from ODPEM. So that is the problem that the Jamaica Labour Party is facing, that they have ministries, but they're just figureheads in these ministries. Andrew is the minister of every damn thing. That is the problem.
Where you calling from, ma'am?
People are afraid to call him out.
Where you calling from?
Big Apple.
Huh?
The Big Apple.
In
the Big Apple.
Call like a fridge, you know. You must call more often.
Yes, please.
I want to hear your voice more often. Please and thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, man. Yes, man. Bless. Yeah, and listen, blessing, and you're doing a fabulous job. And my favorite is Ralston Hyman.
Well, I want to bring him on. I want to bring him on shortly because this whole fiesta is theme business. This him a teach about this.
Yes.
Him a the teacher. When we bring him on, we sit at his feet and we learn. So
exactly my point. Exactly, my brother. So you keep it up. You keep the fire burning, and much love and much respect. All right.
Blessings. Blessings.
All right. Cool. Bye-bye. Yes.
More fire. More fire. Bag of wire.
Despite the fanfare that is going on.
Yes. Go in, Dayton. Go in, Dayton. I want to listen to this exchanger. This exchanger is critical.
If JPS is requiring $450 million so that the good people of Eastern Westmoreland and elsewhere can receive electricity, and currently from what we are aware of thus far, the government is willing to lend 150 out of the amount. Yes? Of the 450, the government is willing to lend 400, 450. The government is willing to lend 150. Well, 350, whichever figure it is. Say 350, the government is willing to lend 150. But they require 350 so that all the persons that are currently affected can get back light. What is the sum that is required by JPS to restore electricity to all of the persons who are currently affected?
So the Minister of Energy has just indicated $150 million US.
So that means that the $250 million is to restore and?
Those are details that we don't have. JPS would be the entity that would answer those questions as to the details of any loan that they take on.
But I'm not sure, Minister, that is what we were presented with in this house. We were told that JPS required $350 million and that the government would be loaning $150 million. That is what we were told. Has that number been revised?
So the minister has indicated US 150 to restore by the end of January 2026. So who's lying? Somebody not telling the truth. Somebody not telling the truth. You can I said who's lying? I asked the question. You can decide whatever the
Minister, this is not as easy as just a soapbox moment. This is not a political soapbox moment to just say 150 and get back light. It's not. What we're talking about here is also the finances of the country. So I'm saying, I need to know when JPS did their estimate, their assessment as to the damage from the devastating Category 5 hurricane, what is it that is required to restore electricity to all of the persons that were affected? That's what I need to know, because previously we were all of the impression that that was 350 million. Then we heard it being revised upwards to about 400 million. And now we are told that only 150 million is required to restore electricity to all affected persons.
All right, so member, please put your questions to the Minister of Energy in the order, the parliamentary order, and he will respond at that time.
Chair, just to follow up on that, it is an important question, because if 350 million is the figure that is required, and they have received 150, it would leave a shortfall of 200. Now, if JPS is currently in a predicament where the license that they have to operate, they currently have no guarantee beyond another 2 years, and their entire revenue that they will earn over those 2 years is less than the 200 million, then it would mean that some further assessment would need to be done prior to making a loan of 150 million US. It makes a whole heap of sense. Yes, they want light. Yes, they do. And that's why we need to know how much to give them light. We need to know how much to give them the light that they need.
Hold on, member. The JPS is not a government entity. It is not a ministry agency or department of government. Hold on.
I'm holding.
And so, member, why you can ask questions as it relates to what is in the budget and the supplementary estimate, to ask how a business plans to be able to finance and execute.
I wasn't asking that.
The remainder of the money needed to restore us, of the Minister of Finance.
My son.
Ralston Hyman.
Yes, sir.
Morning. Evening.
Yeah, man.
Ralston, what is going on? How can a country operate this way?
Yes.
Is Jamaica becoming, or is Jamaica now a banana republic?
That's how we're operating.
So, what can save us?
Well, I mean, no one save us except the people that are going to make conscious, because as the man them said, September 3rd gone already, you can't reverse that.
Yes.
Yep.
So now that we have suspended the fiscal rules, Ralston, with an incompetent finance minister, a junior finance minister who is scheduled, who is recommended to be charged by the Integrity Commission, a prime minister who is under investigation for illicit enrichment or should be investigated by the FID, and Fieval as finance. What is going to happen here? What is this?
Well, as I said, we need more vigilance from the people, the opposition, civil society, academia, trade union movement, and the average Jamaican.
How does the average Jamaicans play a role in this now?
Well, they have to become more interested in public affairs and voice their objections to what's going on, support the civil society movement and the opposition in things that are Jamaican rather than just being political or say them not business with nothing, which is what happened right now. It's either you're political or you're not business with nothing. Because it will affect your children or your grandchildren.
The cabinet have what is called collective responsibility.
Yeah, man.
With this kind of performance, is the entire cabinet seems now to be incompetent?
Of course. Yeah, but the problem, as I say, that is clear. Everybody will not say that is politically biased or just say them not business with nothing. But the fact of the matter is the man then continue to tell you. September 3rd gone, so they can't do nothing about it again.
Now if you hold this.
Yeah. That the man then notice the man then consistently tell you that.
with this kind of showing yesterday in the parliament, what does that do to the financial sector, the banking sector, small businesses in this country?
Well, I mean, it leads to an erosion of confidence, right? And as a result of that, the kinds of investments that are needed to accelerate economic growth in order to pay down the debt will not take place. You know that the BOJ had to mop up $50 billion. This is the largest mopping up in the history of Jamaica. $50 billion today.
But Raleigh, every time they come for a certain amount of money, more is an offer. How much was an offer today?
$50 billion.
No, so they wanted 50s on the 50 come out because it is normally oversubscribed.
No, it was oversubscribed. They got 50 today.
So they got the 50 billion.
Yeah.
People in Jamaica have $50 billion in hand. Instead of investing it, they brought it to the Bank of Jamaica and said, give me 6% interest on it. Am I right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So at a time when we need more investment, more production, how come this is the move to make?
Well, because the money must have played safe, because we're not seeing a clear policy. The Ministry of Finance incompetent. They've never said anything in order to inspire us to invest our money in the real sector. That's the response that they are getting from the market.
When
the market not deal with politics like some people, you know. The market are dealing with money making and logic. Yeah, John.
So tell me now, Raleigh, when will we see a growth agenda? And I'm going to ask the same question the next way. By when should we have a growth agenda?
Well, we should have it. That should have come to Parliament yesterday. So only the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister can answer when it will come. But that should have come from yesterday. So if I were the Minister of Finance yesterday, I would come with all of the targets that me work out with my technocrats and then tell the Parliament, say, this is the plan.
But when Damian Crawford, because Damian was the man who was trying to get the target, and people, if you don't listen it yet, you don't need to listen it. You don't need to go watch the Parliament and understand what is going on in the country. When you don't watch the Parliament and you don't fully understand, come over here. We have Ralston, Power 106. Ralston upon it every morning, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Real Business. You don't have to come to class and get understanding. The Bible tell you, you know, in all your seeking, seek understand. No, I'm not seeking. In all your getting, get understanding. Because if you don't understand it, them draw all over on the face. Fieval also told us the other day that before Hurricane Melissa, the economy was surging, Ralston. Something goes on?
No, the economy was on the recovery path from the recession that we were in after Beryl.
So you're saying that this is lie?
Yeah, man. So
Madam Speaker, we only have to reflect that Jamaica's economy was surging before Hurricane Melissa. Yes.
What was the growth? What kind of growth were we seeing this year, Raleigh, before the hurricane?
So in last year, the economy declined by 5.5% in the third quarter, and then declined by 2.4% during the fourth quarter at the end of the year.
But it also declined in the second quarter to Raleigh.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
3 quarters.
3 quarters of decline consecutive. Yes. Right. So what we saw for the first quarter of this year was a growth of 1.1% during the first quarter, recovery, and 1.6% during the second quarter. And in order to achieve that, what we did was to change the base year. Something I'll teach the people now. Growth is measured using what we call real GDP. Real GDP is nominal GDP minus the rate of inflation, both producer and consumer inflation, right? So normally before last year, we used to use 2007 as the base year, right? So you'd have to subtract all the inflation between 2007 and the first quarter of this year to get the rate. What they did was change the base year to 2015. So the rate of inflation between 2015 and this year was lower than the rate of inflation between 2007 and this year. And
Right.
that is how they got 1.1 and 1.6%. So the economy was not surging. The minister is misleading.
Is it true that for the last 10 years, we've been growing at 0.8% on average?
Yeah, man, and the multilateral agency said that, so people believe more with the foreign people. Them say that's what the foreign people say.
So how could we be surging, growing by less than 1%?
Madness them thing, man. Madness.
So when the Prime Minister said we're going to come out against the lies, I guess he's giving us the charge that we must come out against these lies and declare war on lies by the government.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Wow.
That's
wow.
So I could tell our people again, because I want them to understand. Growth is measured on the basis of real GDP. That is nominal GDP minus producer and consumer inflation. The debt to GDP ratio is measured on nominal GDP. So let us get the people to understand that, because many people don't understand these things.
And give them the difference between nominal GDP and GDP.
Nominal GDP is GDP inclusive of inflation. Real GDP is GDP minus consumer and producer inflation.
Right. And which one you use to judge where the economy is, if the economy is growing?
Real GDP.
Real GDP. Real GDP before Hurricane Beryl was what?
About $1 trillion.
Real GDP after Hurricane Beryl is what?
Well, if you look at it the way that the professionals want to look at it,
yes,
that would be $1 trillion minus 40%. That would be somewhere in the region of 600%.
600 billion.
700 billion thereabouts.
Right.
Yeah? Nominally, it would also be in the region of 11.8 billion or so. 11.2 billion or so.
So, Raleigh, Faval told the people yesterday that debt to GDP is at 68%. Will be at 68% at the end of the year. What are your projections?
Right. Two things. She couldn't tell the parliament how she arrived at that. That's one. And two, if you calculate it the way the people who dominate the economics profession say it must go, then it couldn't be 68%. It would be more than 100%, 115 thereabouts.
So we are saying to Faval, because Raleigh is my teacher. And my teacher said, and I understand how we put it, that me I can explain it for you if you want me to explain it. That debt to GDP in Jamaica, no, this day, today, the 10th day of December, 42 days, 6 weeks after the hurricane, is 115%.
All right, and just by way of an explanation, so them about a thing say is a Ralston and Colin Bell situation. We're saying to you that the top bosses in the field of economics, people like Joe Stiglitz, who is a Nobel Prize winner, former chief economist at the World Bank, and who teaches at Columbia University, Jeffrey Sachs, who is an advisor to the UN Secretary General, and Amartya Sen, who is a Nobel Prize winning economist from Cambridge University and the Philadelphia Fed, says it is misleading to calculate the cost of a damage to an economy based on the traditional GDP method because it excludes the physical and infrastructural damage as well as the environmental degradation that is caused by the disaster.
All right.
That is coming from the highest level, the latest research on the matter. The reason why this came up is because the man, they must say, disasters are becoming more frequent, and as a result, they must find a better methodology to calculate the damage. They say using GDP is a reductionist approach which seeks to minimize the impact of the disaster on the economy. And to put it simple, What the man must say? Colin Bella run a business. You have all the equipment right now in our studio.
Yes.
Right? The man must say, based on the traditional method that Favor and the neoliberals are using, they are only going to calculate the income that you lose.
Right.
Because of the damage. They are not going to calculate that you lose your machine, you lose your
computer,
your
we lose the microphone, we lose the speakers.
Precisely.
So, hold on, Raleigh. So what Favor is doing is saying that if me make $10,000 a week, only that me lose. Because me now work, so me only lose the 10,000. So she no business about the camera what me I use for have my picture on the screen. She no business about the computer what me I use to connect. She no business about the speaker, the microphone, the mixer. She no business about them there.
No.
She no business about the building where we have the studio, you know.
Precisely.
What kind of rubbish that? Hey.
Right. Ignoring the fact that you can't make the income without those things.
Hallelujah. Simple.
That's why it's misleading. Yep.
So the damage from Hurricane Melissa, people, is 8.8 billion US dollars. So if you lose 8.8 billion US dollars, Favor say that is just a figure. That I know
used to come here last year. Well, the real economy said that is flawed.
We must subtract that 8.8 billion from the GDP because GDP is your asset and all of them something there.
Yeah, man. Correct.
Your earnings, your equipment, the farm, the trucks that you use to move your goods from one place to other, all of that make up your GDP.
Correct.
Goods and services.
Yeah, man.
They need to come. Favor, so we need to understand. Why is it, Raleigh, that neither Favor Williams, Andrew Holness, Xavier Main, why none of them can come to the media, come take an interview?
Why you have to ask them that, brother?
Let me say this to the labor rights trolls them. Me a PNP reject. And that don't say about me. I want to say Ralston a drunkard. All right,
really?
So, yeah, so them say. So, Raleigh a drunkard, me a PNP reject and ganja smoker. That's what they say about me. Right. So, we are telling you all about we. Now, come challenge them argument where we are put on. Come challenge the argument and tell we how uno get for uno debt to GDP.
Well, I don't them to others garbage, because in the first place, me not drink rum. So that's another monumental exercise in stupidity. Yeah.
Some years you don't even drink. Some year.
Yeah, me not drink rum. So them things are rubbish, man.
My God. But Raleigh, when a man can't challenge your argument, him come at you,
They come with all kind of foolishness, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And we are saying to them that the first question we want to ask any one of you, why is it neither Andrew Holness, Favor Williams, Xavier Main can't come to us, come do an interview? Because when you talk about misinformation...
Better talk about the first two. Count out Xavier Main in the outside.
You see how the man look yesterday like he was lost?
Yeah, man. No waste of time.
The man look like at the first him coming at the parliament. The man just look around like, what am I doing, sir?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Rally the country in trouble.
Yeah, man. Big trouble.
You said
we have a weak finance team. Big trouble. Yep.
So how can we navigate these choppy waters with this weak team, Rally? How they go? Because these are rough times, where the best of the best would have problems.
It's going to be extremely difficult. That's the point I'm making. You need a A-class team at the best A game in order to deal not only just the Jamaican environment, but the international environment. Yeah, because Jamaica is a part of the international environment. Yep.
Who you consider the best finance minister Jamaica has ever seen, Raleigh?
Well, Peter Phillips managed the toughest IMF agreement. And as I said, then there's the Omar Davies.
Would you think this would be easy for them?
No, and that is why when Peter Phillips faced his tribulation, he never take it on alone. He look for the best people to help him.
In the country?
Yeah, best in the country. He never look for JLP or PNP. He look for the best people to help him when he was going through his tribulation.
Keith Duncan was a part of the team, Raleigh.
Yeah, man.
Who is now a GLP senator.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What the man name of the Bank of Jamaica again?
The governor, Richard Biles.
Richard Biles was the chairman.
Became,
he was the chairman, right?
Yeah, man. Co-chairman of EPAC with Brian Winter, who was appointed by the JLP government, hardly sure.
So the JLP government appoint a man on the team.
Yeah, man. Phillips never business with that. Phillips just wanted the best people at the time.
To save Jamaica.
Yeah, enough people didn't want him to have Latte, but there was more sympathetic to his administration and him never do it. He kept Winter, who was appointed by Hardly Shaw.
People don't understand that. The GLP appointed one of the co-chair to the EPAC when Jamaica needed its best minds. That is what is needed now.
You never even know the history. Chris Zaka at Sajikor was a part of the team too. Yeah?
But Chris is that GLP sympathizer too.
Yeah, William Mahfoud was a part of the team too. Norman Grant was a part of the team too. I was a part of the team too. Ellen Davis White, who is not unsympathetic to this administration, was a part of the team too. Phillips never business in politics. Phillips just want to get the work done.
It was about finding the best people to steer Jamaica.
That's why he was successful, yeah.
Through choppy waters.
Yeah, that's why he was successful.
But this government not doing that, Raleigh?
No.
Why have they failed after what? Oh, it's about 2-3 weeks now. Them name them call, say them are going to do the, why name Nara?
Which was a suggestion from Phillips and they haven't done it.
I'll know them not name nobody to it yet. What is taking so long?
No, you have to ask them. You can't ask me them questions.
No, but Raleigh.
We can't answer that.
When the Prime
Minister can answer that.
When him talk about this team, him glow about it, but him don't name nobody.
No, only him can answer that.
Choppy waters we are in, people.
Yeah, man.
And we have a government that doesn't realize that they won the election September 3 and it's now time to govern. It's time to govern.
Man, they realize it, man. Remember, every time you question anything, them tell you, so remember, say September 3 go on to stop the bad mind thing.
But that's sure. You said they're not sure. Because if you did sure and you are lead, you wouldn't have to tell nobody that you would be leading. So that would even come into your mind.
No, it's serious because, I mean, anybody would know the history. In all of my 37 years, this is the largest mopping up exercise never to the BOJ in a one day. $50 billion in a one day.
And doing it in in Christmas.
Yeah, man.
In Christmas.
Now, normally would be getting documents about the expansion in the money supply.
Right. How much money the government are pumping in the economy for the Christmas. Instead you're taking out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So tell you how bad things are. Yeah, man. Yep. And for those who don't know, me I tell you about from the days of man like G. Arthur Brown. Yeah? Because we have been interacting with all of those people. G. Arthur Brown, the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, for tell you how long. A lot of these people don't even know who is G. Arthur Brown. Yeah? Shirley Tyndall's financial secretary. Horace George Barber's financial secretary. This is the weakest financial team I've ever seen in Jamaica. Yep.
Mark Golden is ahead of all these ministers as it relates to his capacity for the finance ministry. And we can say the same about Julian Robinson.
Yeah, man. Remember, say he was the opposition spokesman on finance under Phillips, man. And he was an integral part of the IMF team. It is Mark Golden who wrote the fiscal rules and all of those things. Yeah.
So how the GLP are talk about this fiscal discipline started under Bruce Golden?
Rubbish, man. Rubbish.
Then how could Mark Golden write the fiscal rules if it was under Bruce Golden?
You tell people who are ignorant with that. Mark Golden is the man who wrote the fiscal rules. No fiscal rule was written under Bruce Golden administration. Under the Bruce Golden administration, with Angela, we were locked out of the international capital market because we never did what we were supposed to do. They are the ones who gave Phillips the basket to carry water and the tribulation. Mark Golden was a part of that team.
Them give Phillips.
That is why Mark Golden could have correct favor when she made the mistake and said, so 1 year for the fiscal rule and put March of 2026.
Oh, boy.
Yep. But you see, a lot of the people who are talking don't have a sense of history, and a lot of them are very biased, and then there's a fear in some of them. Yeah.
Listen this. Listen this.
But here's the problem now, Madam Speaker. How do we borrow? If it were 20 years ago, 30 years ago, we would not be able to approach the IFI. We wouldn't even be able to approach the international community. But
is that true?
David.
Pure lie. Pure lie.
One of the things that when Alisha was opposition spokesman and finance, one of the things him used to say when I criticized Omar Davies, and so Omar Davies will sit down upon him phone or the Ministry of Finance and call him friend them in the international capital markets and the multilateral agencies and get money for borrow.
Yes. Then if you can't do that, you're not big?
Yep. Because in 1995, Omar Davies paid off the IMF after passing 12 consecutive IMF tests.
And that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, man.
So if I owe you and pay you off, it means that I can come back to you to borrow at any time.
That's why Alisha used to criticize him and say him just stay upon him phone and call him friend him and get money for borrow.
Prime Minister Holness, you lie. Lie.
Yeah, man, I can't tell the young people them who never follow the thing, you know, them kind of foolishness. The only time where we couldn't approach the international capital market is between 2010 and 2012, and the man have never let win back until May of 2013 after Peter Phillips. Peter Phillips used to work with him resignation every day.
You said that every time.
You know, for go from yourself because of disrespect. Yeah? Another thing that the Prime Minister misled the country. Multilateral funding is always concessional funding. That is why they must set up in 1944 at Bretton Woods. So that is a foolish argument.
So, Fieval Williams, accurately, in 2011, we were expelled from the multilaterals. Is that correct?
Yeah, man.
2011. Yeah, man. We got a loan from them in 2010, couldn't pass no tests, and 2011 we were expelled from the IMF. Somebody need to ask Andrew Holness if that is true. We want Andrew Holness. We want Andrew Holness and Fieval Williams and Xavier Main and the GLP trolls to tell us if this is true. In 2011, Jamaica was expelled from the multilaterals, from the IMF. We couldn't get the money for borrow. That was the only time now Jamaica could not approach the multilaterals. What a liar. What a man lie. Ralston, we have to start put out some ideas how to move forward now.
Well, we know how to move forward. I mean, me would hesitate to know how to move forward. Yeah, but the problem is that the people who have the power, the Minister of Finance, don't know how to move forward. And the longer them take to move forward, as Stiglitz, Sachs, and Sense is the deeper the recession and depression is going to get, and it's the more the people are get agitated. You have to get the economy up and running back as quickly as possible, because what you have lost already is already lost. You know, right? So, as the man them tell you, the bridge where you lose and have to build back, you should have built another bridge somewhere else.
October, November, December is a quarter, right? So the hurricane came in October. So the PIOJ say what? We're going to have a decline of between 11 and 13%.
11 and 13%. Massive.
And that is going to be for this quarter that we are in now.
Massive.
Do you see more decline for the first quarter of 2026?
Yeah, man. The longer them take to start, is the deeper the economy are going to decline.
So if we
that is why I need.
So if we decline for the first quarter of 2026, that's a recession.
Yeah, man. But we never finally accept the word recession now.
Yes, we are talking about
it. Yeah. They've never accepted it with Barry. Yeah. So.
Well, Raleigh, we know that if we don't buy those 5,000 container house and use the money to build concrete house down in the West, what would that do to the economy?
That would give us a big jump start. And remember, that wouldn't be growth, that would be recovery. Because
Yes.
you're dropping 11 feet, 13 feet hole now.
Yes.
When you start move up a climb, you climb out and recover, you recover. It's not
Right.
grow, you're growing.
But
you're trying to get back to where you were coming from.
But if we build 10,000 houses down the west with Jamaican block, Jamaican sand, Jamaican gravel, Jamaican cement, Jamaican workmen with imported steel, you don't think we could have started come up out of the world faster?
Faster, yeah, man, of course, most certainly. When you take the money and import it from China, you put yourself in the world deeper and deeper. Yeah, because you waste the foreign exchange that you just borrowed.
But what?
And you get the Chinaman them work while you have your workers down with who are work.
What would inform the government now, Raleigh, after 6 weeks? Because my view that if you're going to bring in container house, they should be here by the second week after the hurricane. After that, you hold the people in some temporary place and put our people to work. What would inform this government, or what is informing the government that even at this stage they want to bring in those container houses, Raleigh?
Boy, only them can answer that, because them also not come here till next year, because them come from we are China, so the people have to endure the folly and the hardship right now until next year. That is why we're saying, and the people are becoming more agitated. And next year, January, before them things reach Jamaica.
No, the earliest is the end of February. That's over 60 days from now.
That's the part.
We could build those houses. We could build those houses within that 60 days. Is it that somebody going to make a big food rally to import these containers?
Well, here my answer to that. It makes no economic sense, so it must be something else. Burgess and the man themselves have been over 6,000 houses already. It makes no economic sense because you're wasting foreign exchange and you're keeping the tradesmen and the contractors in Jamaica out of work, who if them get money, all them communities there, the small shops, them and the man them who sell them chicken and the man them who sell them weed and the man them who carry the sand from the river, who start making money for Christmas. So it must be something else. It's not economics. It makes no economic sense.
Ralston.
Chinese economy grew by 4.8% this year. So we had to help China grow faster while you keep your economy in the world.
Hallelujah.
So I don't know how them arrive at them decisions. And that is why, as I said, you need a broad-based committee to determine them things. Yeah? Part of the thing with the multilateral say is that the money where them are lend is to go for specific projects chosen by the government. The government alone can't choose them projects. You need people from all walks of life.
Andrew said that Andrew said that they had a lot of projects that are ready to go with this money.
So tell us about them and let us know. Let us know.
We want to know about the projects.
Because we have to pay back the money and not him have to pay back the money. And the entire Jamaica pay back the money. Your children and then grandchildren.
Raleigh, was good talking to you.
This is the biggest borrow I've ever embarked on.
Yes, we have never borrowed this amount of money at any time.
No,
Hold
never
on,
before that history of Jamaica. Yeah.
Hold on. Yesterday, Favor tell Damian say we're going to get them loan at between 3 to 8% from the multilaterals.
No, I don't know of that. IMF money at 2.8% money. And World Bank money are normally up to about 5%. So I don't know how she reach 8%. And that is why I'm telling you, the kind of ignorance will prevail because somebody like she should know about multilateral funding at the spur of a moment.
Yes.
Yeah? Me not the finance minister, but me know them things there. So how come she a finance minister and she and her technocrats don't know them things there?
Them not give Nigel Clark a call. You know think they call Nigel sometime, Raleigh?
No, you don't never call him from the
No, not you, them. You don't think them should have link with him and I say, yo.
Of course, I ask him to help them. Of course. Yep. The rapid financing instrument at 2.82% over a 5-year period. So how come she don't know that? She should can tell the parliament that without a talk about preliminary and she have to go back because all them things up on the IMF website and them things. So it shows that them lazy and them not doing reading and them not doing research and them things. Yeah? Them might get paid on a false pretenses, them not do them work.
You think they have done?
You think they have sleep and wake up, me can't tell you that.
You think they have done the necessary discussion with the IMF already?
No, the IMF people them say next year. Julie Kozak yesterday said next year before them discussions start take place.
Hold on. So we're not getting no money this year from them.
No.
Well,
no.
She did say they asked her yesterday if any of that loan are gonna be in at this year money, and she did say no.
No, yeah, man, she's right. We're not getting the money till next year, man. The money not run till next year.
But aren't we moving too slow, Raleigh?
Of course, but that is because the approach was made late and all of them things there.
Oh, yes.
And one thing where Darrell Voss said that he must listen to the 1.50 million. The linesmen, them that we have here, no, the 170 of them. They were supposed to be decommissioned yesterday, no, because JPS never have no money to pay them.
Oh?
And them want to bring in
300 more.
Yeah. No, remember, I work for money for American linemen and $11.2 million per year American linemen work for them. So the linemen bill are like $3 billion and change. So that is why they lend them money up front. So that the linemen then can come in now and work during the Christmas season and going into the new year. And by that time now, them are calculate then we get the $450 million from the multilateral agencies because the money that runs from them money. No, because remember, all them things have to go through procedures. Multilateral thing, and also have to spur at the moment, you know.
Yes.
You have to go through the process. You have to go board. You have to go this. Because the agencies run different. Yep.
So the 300 linesmen, they are still coming?
Yeah, man, because them get the money. That is why them get the money.
So when we expect to have that other 300 here?
Well, them say them are coming before Christmas, maybe sometime next week since the money run. That's why them in such a hurry for the money.
No, since this week the money run.
Eh?
When the money run, the 150, when them get it?
Them said finalized to them on.
Today?
Yeah, man.
So that means GPS must just get it, you know, if they get it, it might hit them account tomorrow or Friday.
Yeah, right. So that's why them can keep the 170 a year and bring in the 300. The linemen, them are come from USA, them are come from Canada, them are come from St. Vincent. So many people would see them up on the man, them up on the pole and think they are cheap money. A big money for pay them Monday. Them man earn between 70,000 and 100,000 US dollar. Yeah?
A year.
So yeah, so on a cheap business. Yep. So that's why them need that money there up front. Them I calculate now say by the time them man they done the America reach that January, February, the money will run from the multilateral agencies.
What a web. What a web, what a web, what a web, Raleigh.
Yeah,
what
but
a web.
They must come clear and tell the people them say, yo, the money not gonna run till next year, and this are the situation. Stop the whole for rigmarole and the whole for stupidity, because you only lead to an erosion of confidence.
But Raleigh,
just tell the people them the truth.
To get for GPS to get that 450 million, don't them have to have security of tenure upon that license?
I mean, then I hear my talk this evening and I tell you about IDB and the World Bank said the 8 to 10 year business. IDB and World Bank now go out and raise the money for JPS. If them don't know, say they get the license get extended. Remember the money value their reputation.
Who did I say that this evening? Darrell?
Darrell, yeah, man. And I say, we can chat him, we do it on twice on Sundays and stop running up on the mouth and him now no explanation and him now have no apology and all kind of
rubbish. That was at the press conference today.
Yeah, Ryan come straight to the country and say, this is what we have done and this is the situation. All them things are unnecessary. Them arrogance and them things are unnecessary. And it creates a lack of confidence. Yeah? Just tell us, say, yo, we extend the man them license.
Of course.
And we run this money because
we need light.
And the World Bank need that in order to get the money for the man them.
Yes.
And the reason why I give them done that 50 because we don't want the linemen them for going and we want them money for coming. Just level the country.
Why? When you lie, you just lie, you know?
Yeah,
deception.
Man, unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Raleigh, Saturday morning, we'll go and look on this again, my brother. Thanks for the time.
All right. Blessings, yeah, man. Cool. Mm-hmm.
That is Ralston Iman, people. The #1 financial analyst in Jamaica, the Caribbean, right around that side of the hemisphere. None better than Ralston Iman. Explain the thing down to a T. Let me thank you all for being with us this evening for another fiery one on Portland Spice TV. We're going to join you Saturday morning when we're going to sum up all of this, bring it all together for you and make you know what is happening. You are at work and you can't follow certain things. We pick out the right pieces for you so you can get them right here. And all of that we Raleigh just talk about, we are going to make certain that we have it for you Saturday morning. One love, my people. Remember, if you're packing a barrel, a box, sending anything for the people them down there in Western Jamaica, we are suggesting that you give them a light. Give them a solar light. It's darkness down there. It's worry and frustration when night fall down there in places in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, and Trelawney. We say give them a light. Give them a solar light. You don't have to send the light to us. You can send it to them. But if you want our assistant to deliver that light, you know where to contact us. 876-804-7072. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again Saturday morning, remember, share the channel, become a Portland Spice ambassador. We care about Jamaica. We choose Jamaica. We say Jamaica land we love. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers and be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, Almighty God, grant them true wisdom from above. Justice and truth be ours forever in this Jamaica land we love. One love, my people. Blessings. Well said.